Welcome to the Midlothian home. I have a 3-day weekend and a lot to do. But first things first, I need to get the HVAC rerouted to one of the bedrooms upstairs. Then I can move on to having the ductwork set up for the bathroom fan. And if I have enough time, I would like to have the drywall fully installed for the bathroom and the mudroom. But before I get to that, I need to go to Home Depot and get a couple fittings because I forgot on my last trip. When it comes to ductwork or HVAC, you have two options. You have either rigid or flexible. Flexible ductwork, at least the way I've seen it, comes in a box like this. This is a 6 inch in diameter, and it's 25 feet long. And it comes pretty compact, and as you can see, it's very lightweight, right? But your other option, and the more traditional one, is your rigid. So rigid here is just two little small sections, but you can get them in longer sections. And as you can see, rigid gets attached by little metal clips. This is the traditional, and I guess I could say one of the preferred methods of running HVAC. I ended up having to move the duct to the left because the fitting that went from rectangular to round didn't clear the top plate, and so I ended up having to also add a fitting or a flex, like a 90 elbow at the end there so that I could clear the top plate. But in any case, I think I'm good now. So I'll slowly bring that bend with the flexible duct to bring it back to this side over here, and then coming back over here, I can make that connection all the way to that side. All right, so we'll need some pliers and scissors, and now I'm just measuring the distance that I need. 90 inches is what I'll be cutting. I actually need a length of 82, so that should give me plenty of slack for the installation. Alright, so let me show you how that looks like. And there's this lid, there's two wires. This wire here that protects the ductwork, and then this here that gives it the shape that we're gonna have to cut with the pliers. So So this is the connection you see. I first taped the connection between the rigid elbow and the flexible duct, and after that I use zip tie to just hold it in tight. But before all that, I made sure that the flexible duct was nice and pulled, like nice and tight, but not so tight that it would disconnect the other side of the connection that we just made. So after that, that's nicely secure. I can pull the rest of the sleeve back and we'll be done with this side. Alright, that took me a couple hours, more than I thought it would, but the ductwork has been installed and we're good to go. Now, I would like to continue with installing the ductwork for the bathroom fan, but I actually need to run outside and see if I can cut the grass, aerate it, and have it ready for tomorrow seeding because, well, it's the perfect time to do it. The forecast is looking good and it gives me the opportunity to get the grass ready for next year. So I'm gonna jump on that, and then if I have time, I'll jump right back and have that ductwork set up. If not, I'll see you tomorrow and we'll continue with the project. All right, with the HVAC rerouted and fully connected, the next thing was going to be to run the ductwork for the bathroom fan, but it's kind of late and I'm tired, so I'm just gonna move on and start working on routing the electrical wires. So that's what I'll be working on next. Good morning. This is day 2 of this 3-day weekend, and I was able to get some of the wiring complete done yesterday, but I still have quite a bit to do. But before I get to do that, I have to go and aerate the lawn. I was able to mow it last night as well. Barely made it. So this morning I'm gonna focus on aerating it, and hopefully this afternoon I can drop some seed. Then I can move back and start wiring, finish up the wiring. Once I'm done with the wiring, make sure I have everything that I need. I think I can start installing the drywall, so we'll see. Let's just go out there and aerate the lawn. All right, I did some of the aeration, but doing some other preparations. In the meantime, I want to come back and start working on the electrical. Now, one thing I have to do is run some electrical wires for the fireplace room so that we can put some recessed lights. Currently, we don't have any, so I'll have to do that before I put the drywall back up. So I'll be running electrical wires to that area, and then I'll continue running the electrical wires that is missing here, put in the outlets, and then figure out if we're gonna have any outlets and where they'll be placed for the mudroom. So you can see all the electrical for the lights has been completed. So here's a quick look of what the electrical work looks like right now. We're gonna grab some power. We're gonna grab power from this outlet here, and then it's running up. That's up the wall, down that line, comes down through there, and it'll come back. And the switch box is where I'm gonna be distributing the power for the bathroom and for the fireplace room. Power for the fireplace room goes from that box. It's not there yet. It's gonna run up and then run down that way to the fireplace outlet. So you can see I have routed now for a recessed light, bathroom fan, and the sconces that will be here. And this here is one of the outlets for, you know, use for whatever. But per code, you need to have an outlet. And I think that's it. I'm gonna go and finish the seating and at the lawn, and then at that point I'll run to Home Depot, which will be sort of in the evening, and then maybe come back and continue with the work. And hopefully I can finish that today. So then tomorrow we can start looking to see what's missing and possible start installing the drywall. So let's go. Good morning. This is day 3 of this 3-day weekend bathroom renovation. So today is the day we get to install the drywall. Well, that was the original plan, but the way things are looking right now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it. So the plan is to try to get as many of the things that I need to be ready to install the drywall. So I need to still finish the electrical. I then need to start putting the insulation back on the walls. I also will be putting on-phase insulation on the ceiling, and then putting the remaining straps to attach the drywall on the ceiling and also on the bathroom. And then I'll be ready to install the drywall, which most likely will be next weekend. Now, yesterday evening, I ended up seeding the lawn, and I was thinking that this was going to be a great time to seed and have everything ready, but of course that didn't happen. We got some rain, and not just a little bit of rain, but a lot of rain. This happens to me every time. This is the 3rd year that I've been seeding, and every time I seed in the fall, it doesn't just rain, it pours. And I don't know, I must go check the lawn, see how the seed is. I'm hoping some of them stayed and just didn't get washed out. But let's go check it out, see how that looks. And look at that, there's still some seeds. I think I was looking for that nice blue hue that the seed comes with, but I think it's faded a little bit, but the seed is there. So it doesn't seem like all of it got washed away. So that's good. That's a good sign. I don't know. I think I'll probably leave it like that. Great. Let's get back to work. Feels good to have this removed and being in a position that I can say it is done correctly now. Boxes are in, lights in, a little bit of structural work complete. Excuse me. What else? What else? What else did we do? I think the next thing is to. Oh yeah. So I have one of the boards, those 2x4s across. That's going to be like basically the new ceiling, drop down ceiling because of the HVAC. So now I just had to run joist pieces across the width of the bathroom, and then yeah, I think we're getting closer and closer. I think we have 1 o'clock. We have about maybe 4 more hours. And I have to stop and clean and prepare for the work week and take a little bit of rest because I am tired. So let's continue. The last thing I had to do was to install the furring strips on the ceiling and add insulation to the exterior and interior walls. Here's a look of the room in the morning before going to work. Somehow it still looks the same, but anyways, thanks for watching. The wife and I drove an hour to pick up a mirror and a dresser for the powder room. Oh yeah, I'll be converting the dresser into a vanity. Well, maybe, if she doesn't change her mind. Alright, bye.